The thing I love about this thing.
Okay, I'm going to share this document with you guys in Schoology, but it would not be a big deal if you didn't print it. That'd be okay. There's 4 questions on here, and we are going to do 2 of them together. And then if you just submit a picture of all 4 of them. So you'll have to do 2 on your own, but ask me if you have any questions. So what this is real life problems. This is talking about a model rocket from a roof of a building. Its flight path is modeled by this formula. Notice it's not X's and Y's, it's H and T, which is fine. H is the height of the rocket above the ground, and T is the time after it launches. So I think what's really important before you do anything else is label the variables. So you know how normally this is the Y, but it says H? That's what we want to write on the Y-axis, and it kind of makes sense. That's like the height of the rocket. And T stands for time. Time almost always is on the X-axis. Okay, they don't give us any units, which is weird. Like usually they'll say seconds or feet or something like that, but that's okay. They didn't do that. We want to find the rocket's maximum height, okay? We know it's a negative parabola, so we know it's, and that makes sense. The rocket goes up and it comes back down. But if we want to find this maximum height, that's the vertex, and that's what we've been talking about, and this is in standard form. So to help us find our vertex, just like we did yesterday, negative b divided by 2a, so remember it says a, b, c. So negative 30 divided by 2 times negative 5, that'd be negative 10, and that equals 3. Remember what we did the other day? Our axis of symmetry is going to be right here at 3. I've typed this into Desmos, and you guys can see it's a really skinny parabola. It almost doesn't even look like a parabola because it's so zoomed out. You can type in the H and the T, it still works. But now I'm going to type in, instead of typing in X equals 3, let's see what happens if I type in T equals 3. I don't know if it's going to like that. No, it doesn't. So I'm going to type in X equals 3, and what we're going to see is this parabola. I'm just kind of dragging down. I could hit my minus sign. Finally, way up here, 3 comma 55. So let's go ahead back here. I want you guys to label that on your graph, but let's answer the question. Do you think the maximum height is 3 or is it 55? The 3 is the time, so let's say that's 3 seconds, and 55 is the height, so let's just label that in feet. I don't think that's what it really is, but that's okay. So the actual answer here, its height is 55. So you have to be careful that you answer the question that they want you to answer. Okay, we have this second question is about profit. This is about a superhero trying to leap over a building, and they want to know if he's going to leap high enough. I like that one. I'm going to save that one for you guys to do. And this is about another one about profit. So how about we'll do 4 together, and then your assignment, I want to see all of them because I'm doing them with you, but you're going to do these on your own. But feel free to email me if you have any questions. So let's talk about question 4. Let me get my phone. There we go. All right, Lane Manufacturing estimates that its weekly profit is how much money they make. It's in hundreds of dollars, can be approximated by this formula, and X is units sold. So they don't say what they're making. Maybe they're making brownie mix. There's brownies on my counter. Okay, so this is units. It's like how many boxes of brownies they're going to sell. And then this is profit. It's like how much money are they going to make. Okay, notice it's another negative parabola. So we know it's going to be, you know, something like this. It's okay if I don't have exact numbers right now. That's fine. The first question is how many units should they sell to earn this maximum, and what is the maximum? So it's kind of like the same question we just did, but up here all they wanted was the height of 55. Now we're going to have to describe the X and the Y number. Okay, so how many units? That's going to be our X answer, and then the profit is going to be our Y answer. So again, to find your axis of symmetry, that's going to help us know right where to put that vertex, right? So negative b divided by 2 times a is 14, but we make it negative. Negative 14 divided by 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. I'm going to need a calculator. And I'm going to do 14 divided by 8. I know they're both negative, but the negatives will cancel, right? So 1.75. That is where this dotted line is, right? It's going to be 1.75 comma something. So I'm going to go ahead and type this into Desmos. Okay, so I've typed in that first equation. And again, I don't see all of my parabola. So sometimes you have to, zoom out a couple of times or drag it down. And then our axis of symmetry, let's type that in. X equals, what was it, 1.75. And you'll see that line's right where it's supposed to be. And I want to kind of find right where they hit each other. And it is 15.25. So now let's answer the questions. Okay, so this is 15.25. All right, how many units should the company produce per week and what's the maximum profit? So you might be thinking 1.75 boxes of brownie mix is not very much, but we have to read that this is in thousands. So you want to multiply that by 1,000. 1.75 times 1,000 is 1,750. So 1,750 units. And notice profits is in hundreds of dollars. So instead of $15.25, you multiply that by 100. So that would end up being $1,525. Okay, so see how that works? We took these numbers and we multiplied this one by 1,000 and we multiplied this one by 100 because they told us that in the problem. So step 1, draw your X and Y axis. I'm gonna get this started for you, but I want you to do it on your own. Each year, the school's booster club holds a dance to raise funds. Profit they've made after paying the band and others been modeled where T is tickets. So T is tickets and P is profits. So tickets is here and profit, which means how much money they earn, is here. And again, do your negative B over 2A. And they want to know how many tickets they should sell. And they also want to know what that cost would be. So you're going to use both answers, but get them in the right spot. Okay, and then this one's about a superhero trying to leap over a building. And here's his equation. And notice that there's not a number at the end, which is fine. And you basically want to know if he's going to get that higher in the air. So it's kind of is he going to be able to jump 612 feet high to make it over the building? Will he make it over, show all work, and give a sentence summary why or why not? So here they tell you height as a function of time. I think this time is going to be in seconds. And then this height we know is in feet. Okay, and you're going to basically create your parabola to see if you think he's going to be able to, jump over a building that high. So good luck, and take a picture of these 4 problems when you're done, and it can be on notebook paper.